Here we have verse 44 of the 6th chapter of the Gospel of John. Jesus has responded to those who are criticizing him, indicating that they should not murmur among themselves. That's what he says in the previous verse, because they have been observing that they can't understand why Jesus would declare or claim to come down from heaven when they think they know his parentage, they think they know his father and his mother. But Jesus tells them that the reason that they're not seeing it, the reason that they're not getting it, is presumably because they have not been drawn to Christ by the Father, that this has not taken place. And he really puts a sharp point on it in this verse 44 when he says, oudeis. The pronoun means no one or nothing, depending on the gender. This is no one, singular, so no one. Dunatai, this is from dunamai. This means I am able. This is the third person singular, present active indicative. No one is able. Eilthein, to come. This is the aorist infinitive from erchomai, second aorist form in the past tense. So no one is able to come. Pros me. Pros, of course, typically used when some kind of motion is in view, as it is here. So no one is able to come to me. This is rather forceful. No one is able to come to me. Jesus says it point blank. And of course the implication is that these who have failed to recognize him, have failed to recognize the significance of what he's doing, have in fact not come to him. They may have come to him physically, they may have been there when he fed the 5,000, but they have not truly come to me. Jesus says no one is able to come to me, ean me, if not, this is idiomatically brought over into English, unless, so here's the condition, no one is able to come to me unless ho pater, unless the Father, ho pimpsas, this is from pimpo, I send, this is the masculine, singular, nominative, aorist participle, so the Father, the having sent me, again here, helkuso. This is from helkuo, which is usually translated in this verse as draw, but that's a little bit misleading. It certainly doesn't mean draw as in the sense of drawing someone in a kind of persuasive way, wooing them, that sort of thing. It's a word that might mean to draw as in drawing water. It's also used to draw a sword. The whole point is that there's nothing suggesting that there's some kind of cooperative effort. If you draw water, the water's not helping out much. That's why this word is often translated drag, or at least it's translated by drag in the New Testament, as when someone is dragged off to prison. This is the word that's being used. It is a word that, in other words, stands for the idea that there is no cooperative contribution of effort on the part of the thing being drawn. It is strictly either passive, utterly passive, or indeed possibly hostile to it. And so it would be legitimate, as much as people don't like to think of it this way, to have Jesus say, no one is able to come to me unless the Father drags him. That's the point of it. Unless the Father actually brings this person, drawing them, in a sense, without any cooperative contribution on their part, they are not able. They're not able to come to Christ. It's a powerful verse, and of course on its face it says volumes about how we should understand the nature of salvation biblically. But that's what Jesus says. And then kago, it's a combination of kai ago, or kai ego, I should say, the phrase and I. And then anastaso. This is from anistemi. It means to stand up or to make to stand. This is the first person singular, future active indicative. I will make him, auton, the accusative, masculine singular. I will make him stand up in the day, te hemera, feminine, to go with te, and then eskate, from eskatos, means last, as in eschatology, so in the last day. So no one is able to come to me unless the Father drags him. It's the Father's sovereign purpose to bring some people to Christ. He's already said as much earlier, but here it's even more forcefully declared. And Jesus says, of those that the Father brings to him, drags to him, Jesus is going to make that person stand up in the last day.